Okay, good morning, everyone. My topic of the thesis is about social organizations based on integrity, professionalism, win-win model, investigating the social realities of organizations, organization values of the Joe Sunshine Social Worker Service Center.
This one,
The first part is research background. As the development of social work organizations in China, nowadays problems such as internal management and quality of service products becoming increasingly prominent. It includes two aspects. The first one is systemic trust.
This is for the actual Viva, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the whole thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The first part is systemic trust deficits in social organizations. It includes the two parts. The first is the problem or the disconnection between values and practice reflects a systemic trust deficit. The second is the high level turnover rates and job burnout and value conflicts and other issues, and also weaken the social workers' loyalty and identification with the organization. Okay, the second part is the external factor. The policy constraints on the trust system of social organizations under the rule of state legalism. It includes three parts. The first one is the core socialist values must be reflected and practiced in the chapter of the organizations. The second one is the social organizations is highly dependent on the government purchased service products. The third one is some social organizations rely on foreign financial support and thus engage in the behavior of obeying foreign interests with the management more strict. Problem statement. Although there are few studies on the social work values, but most have focused on business contexts or Western countries. Research on the values of social organizations, particularly in China, is very limited.
Sorry. It's still bothering me. This is my suggestion. Maybe you go first. We present first.
Okay.
After you present, how many you present, then you can go straight away after you present to go.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of people. Yeah. Just in case there's a lot of people in IPS, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And if IPS, if you figure out that IPS, there's a lot of people, meaning you got to do and handle it online.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. So I think you let that.
Okay.
So how to connect?
So after all, what is the whole thesis, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Can connecting to the system?
Should I join WebEx? Have you joined WebEx?
WebEx. Gimana WebEx?
In our group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say WebEx.
You're presenting the whole thesis, right?
Yeah, maybe we can try in 15 minutes.
Open WebEx, join this browser, or download the WebEx application.
Browser.
Just join. Okay. Name required Rudy. Then join meeting. Oh, done running. Okay, good.
It's okay. You don't have to laugh. Just. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. No.
Okay. How to
Slide.
just share?
Just mute.
Yep.
Why am I doing Hou Ming, you know what this is, right? Thailand.
I don't know, very delicious.
You know tofu, right?
Yeah.
The tofu.
豆干儿
豆子啊。
豆子 yeah.
The bean is there.
Yeah.
The soybean is there.
Very delicious.
So they cut in slices, small pieces, and then it's the bean, with the beans.
Okay.
Without making it into tofu, yeah.
Password.
It's the bean.
Very good.
That's good.
How to fry? Just fried.
I think it's fried, yeah. Fried and then
This is not the fried. They call it baked.
Big.
Panggang. How to grill? But there's no oil. There's
there's no oil, so it's not fried, yeah.
There's no fried.
It's,
Something like this. Air fryer. Something like that.
It's baked, more like.
Yep. Then.
So it's very healthy.
Should be.
Yeah.
Yesterday, all the students in CPR from China, we go outside to have a supper together. I don't know the place. In Chinese, 在三杯.
三菜三杯.
Yeah, 在三杯, a Chinese restaurant.
Okay.
And this morning I told them the food is not very healthy.
Really?
Yeah. You know,
It's oily.
Holly? Not only Holly. There's a lot of technology in the food.
Oh.
You know,
What kind of technology?
last night I eat the food, then you see, a lot of maybe issues on my head.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If I eat some food not very healthy, it will look like on my head.
What did they put? Or they put some chemicals or something?
Maybe. So I told them, this is the Chinese restaurant. This is a real Chinese restaurant.
They use too much oil.
Oil, yeah. I think Malaysia.
Maybe not only oil, but also just like our professor said, there are lots of chemicals.
Yeah. Or MSG maybe, yeah.
I don't know what they put.
I don't know what they put, okay.
Yeah, but I think
But
not.
Malaysians put a lot of oil. Malaysian food, right? I don't know about the Chinese Malaysian food, but Chinese Malaysian food,
Chinese American it's okay.
okay.
Yeah, but
And sometimes in Chinese we call it 上火
Some
fire.
fried,
Yeah, in
chow.
not.
这边叫什么来着？我刚才
It's a word in the Chinese traditional medicine.
Transfer to
A sample called 上火. That means a fire in your body.
Also, sampo.
上火 fire, yeah.
Lama itu sebentar.
But too much oil or something, it makes you 上火.
Yeah.
Most of the time I eat around the USM, the other restaurants. Maybe it's okay. Also this part is okay, but restaurants when I eat reflect a lot the morning. So this morning I discussed with them. This is a very rare Chinese restaurant. So we decided never go there again.
Okay, that's authentic.
The more advanced, the more chemicals they put in.
Yeah, also the waiter told us all the food come from China. So this morning I say, really, yes, this is from China. Not only the foods, but also the food from China.
Maybe it's original.
Yeah.
Okay, Pak Rudy, are you okay?
Okay, good.
I mean, you just arrived, catch your breath. You okay with it, no?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, good. Okay, good morning everybody.
Morning.
Salam.
Morning, salam. Okay. Pak Rudy ya.
Saya mau presentasi kira-kira 11 minit kira-kira.
11 minit.
10 minit.
It's okay, we are presenting to me. Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Okay, this is the title, and this is the Cirebon, the locus of the research, which you can see here.
Oh, you're practicing for research progress presentation. Okay, all right. I see your point. All right.
Okay, this is Cirebon, and it shows the size of what the Penang Island.
Okay, that's good way to convey.
And then this has happened, usually known as the Sin City, but now Empal Gentong traditional of beef stew has become new cultural symbol. And then the other problem is, not the other problem, the gap is remain. Most of the studies discuss culinary tourism and identity separately, do not connect them with environmental change, social inequality, or cultural displacement.
Let me see your previous slide. Is it problem statement or?
No, this is the background.
The background, okay.
This is still background. What I just want to take out is that there is no environment change, social inequality, or cultural displacement connect with the culinary. Culinary is a fundamental aspect of human life. Traditional culinary practice are passed down through the generation, becoming integral part of cultural heritage. While empal itself actually typical meat-based dish from West Java, made from slice of the fried beef. But in Cirebon, they changed become the soup, not dry or pounded. Research gap. This is the research gap. Study highlights several gaps in the current literature, and then limited research of linking culinary transformation with ecological degradation, social inequality, and urban identity negotiation. And there's a problem is who can identify for loss of traditional maritime identity, marginalized fishing communities, and ecological consequences, and digital media and globalization now reshaping cultural narrative and power relations. This is a problem. So the research objective, I also category info, analyze, access, examine, and explore ways to integrate culinary tradition into sustainable and inclusive urban development. This is the research question. How does the empal gentong serve as medium for constructing and representing Cirebon evolving social identity? What are the social, economic, and ecological impact of replacing a maritime-based identity with culinary one? How are the power of dynamic and inequality manifest in the transformation of urban identity through tourism, digital media, and globalization? And the fourth, how can a culinary identity promote social ecological justice and inclusive urban development in Cirebon? So significant study is academic contribution, practical use, and social cultural value. And the I used it social identity theory, localization, third space, Baba, network society. Especially the third space, I want to emphasize on this because your identity from tradition and modern together, they blend it together, become one, so they call it third space. Previous research show that food is important for tourism, culture, and identity. Then I put it emphasize on the 4 items. Culinary tourism help preserve culture and attract visitors. Food shape national and social identities. Digital media spread food culture, but can exclude traditional food.
This one finish now. I wasn't thinking.
Urban change and sustainability are linked to cultural and ecological issue. So this is the theory we developed. Urban context of Cirebon, and then research theory, then until the new social identity of Cirebon. How to analyze this one? And then conceptual framework, we use the traditional food practice which serve both symbol of heritage and vehicle for adaptive change. So not only just traditional but also adaptive for change. Research methodology, research design, I use qualitative phenomenological approach to explore how Empal Gentong operate in both culinary product and cultural symbol, reflecting Cirebon evolving social identity. And then participant 20 informant, 2 government official, 4 Gentong business owner, 4 fishing community, and 4 tourists and 2 local residents. We did interview, participant observation, and group discussion with various stakeholders. And then database we use the following CRISPR protocol with Empal Gentong conceptualized as both unit of analysis and cultural metaphor. This is then the finding. The finding very bit pity. Collapse of Shrimp City identity. In Cirebon now, no longer Shrimp City identity exposed because the seashore itself contaminated with the pollution. Second, economic transformation. Then Empal Gentong make the city branding, tourism, and income generation. So Empal Gentong become drive the business in Cirebon itself. Key finding 3, identity tension. As we know, monetary decline, but Empal Gentong is increasing. And also contesting cultural, which one we have to emphasize on that. Authenticity and cultural communication as Empal Gentong become commercialized. And shifting memory. Seafood market, one symbol of local pride, become replaced by curated culinary corridors designed for tourists. So some big companies come to Cirebon as selling seafood, but no longer selling little bit about typical of Cirebon identity, social identity. This is the comment from the officer that now the fishermen traditional only left 400, usually around 3,000, less about 15% only. Key finding 4, hybrid identity. Cirebon as Shrimp City with the heart of Empal Gentong is finally we found out that people accepted the condition Empal Gentong is can represent the Cirebon. This is something for me is a curious why they accept this condition. And second thing, tourism also try to find the Empal Gentong this diversification economic benefits. So people also love Empal Gentong. But the other things, this is related to Castell saying that internet now develop the cultural practice through digital media. And they keep identifying the digital acceleration. So most of the people use the digital or TikTok, especially this one. I can give you a sample. No sound. Boleh ada soundnya enggak?
The soup is it's not clear soup, yeah.
This is
The
with santan. So
santan.
yeah.
Oh, okay. From coconut milk.
Coconut milk. So most of people now.
Oh no, go. Okay.
This one, okay. Next. This is also discussion after the result. So we discuss internally the team. Finally, we realized that food as driver of change and Empal Gentong role more than this, it symbolizes culture, attract tourism, and fuel local development. And then globalization and urban change. Communities are culinary tradition to rebuild identity and globalization, environmental decline and urban restructuring. And then marginalized issue. Decline of stream industry has left many fishing community excluded due to limited skill and resources. And then environmental concern, transition from seafood to beef increased ecological pressure, challenging sustainable goals. Digital media influence, social platform shape narrative, but risk simplifying culture and silencing traditional voice. This is the key takeaway from that. After discussion, we take away 4 points very important. Identity transformation. So culinary heritage become a powerful vehicle for urban identity transformation, especially in cities facing environmental and economic challenges. The second, digital mediation, now very popular, exclude traditional stakeholder without proper inclusion mechanism. And then hybrid solution, still they allow the cities to honor their past while embracing new economic opportunity. They still doing something like fishermen, still a little bit number less than before, but still they accept the Mbagentong, and the rest is successful cultural transformation require framework that integrate culinary development with cultural autonomy, ecological stewardship, and inclusive government. We have to keep the fishermen alive as usual because now people love Mbagentong rather than seafood. Culinary heritage is very important as cultural strategy because Mbagentong preserve traditional cooking methods and receive passed down through generation, and this is identity formation, provide distinctive cultural market that differentiate Cirebon from other cities. And then we found also people love to use digital media. Then this really put me very surprised. People love to both together. Mbagentong and also city, Strip City still insists. Then Mbagentong become hybrid. Then this is our concern is how hybridity as both analytical lens and practical pathway because we can see the fishermen still selling, but in the very small quantity. More of the stream actually not coming from Cirebon, mostly coming from other city, Tegal and other city. And the fishermen look like they have no future because we no longer part of the city, but sea become a back alley, not really become a source of the income. And then the testimonies we feel that complex tension between tradition, economic access, and cultural representation in Cirebon evolving identity. Then this is our recommendation after the research: profit reinvestment, inclusive tourism model, and plural economic model, and culinary ecological education. This is the concept: cultural heritage, economic equity, environmental restoration, and community agency. We do the exclusive governance, how to open.
Inclusive.
Inclusive. Profit investment meaning ecological justice. So meaning how to rebuild ecological justice. So we can make a kind of the ponds without using the ponds, but using the education using how to call
The cage.
the cage
Aquaculture.
and also replanted the mangrove along the seashore. And then inclusive tourism model, then as tourists come to study about how to cooking something, and from that also we doing something ecological education. We try to make students also understand the process, ecology, and also culinary. then after this, we found out that our research can theoretical contribution in culinary hybridity, digital mediation, social ecological justice, and third space application. So we don't just tension between traditional and modern, but we combine this, become one. And of course, this only 20 purposive selected information and informant that maybe not fully capture the entire spectrum, and also methodological limitation because you only qualitative, maybe not really limit on the quantitative exploration. And then also geographic constraint, we only listen in Cirebon, mid-sized city in West Java, and may limit generalization to other social, ecological, and culinary contexts. And of course, digital certificate. So in the future, we recommend do comparative studies, analyze other coastal cities undergoing similar transition, Makassar, Semarang, and Bitung, digital ethnography, and also transnational research. So we also can do it like in Penang, Kochi, or Valparaiso, Chile, and also we do also culinary research. This is one of example how to educate people cooking of empal gentong. And if this model okay, then we can implication for other cities, And then this is the closing. Social identity, format to social, this model cluster. This is actually all done, put in the, ready for journal.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. Thank you.
And second thing, I also provide this research based on this, become a book.
Okay.
This is all the based on the research result.
Okay.
Published?
Almost.
This
This is after this I wrote a novel style.
Okay. Oh, novel style, just narrative style.
Narrative style.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. This is wonderful. Okay. This is like a book from this one already. This is like next level AI, you know?
Yeah.
No longer AI. It's real book coming up.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I want to give you feedback about
Okay,
this one. Let me see that one. This is narrative. I will have a look at this. Thank you.
Same actually.
Same.
Okay.
This is the narratives and
narrative.
the narratives. Oh, wonderful. I like this very much. I will look at it.
Okay, you can keep on.
Okay, sure. This is wonderful, right.
No, actually, if you agree, I want to publish in Indonesia.
Oh,
in
yeah.
English.
In this one, okay. Well, I will have a look at it.
Because
serious look at it.
So, in the big side.
Oh, well, okay, there. Wonderful. Sure. Okay. Wow. This is really wowing. Okay. I was taking note about the times now.
Okay.
So okay? Well done, Parody. Yeah, alhamdulillah. For progress report, this is ready. Yeah, progress report. I do want to give you a number of comments and inputs, right? Because for progress report, because you want to continue to the final thesis, final draft, right?
Yes.
So you want to be, this one should move towards the final draft, right? Okay, good. This is wonderful. How do you describe Cirebon? What city is it?
Become a Palembang city.
Before that?
A stream city.
Okay, all right. This is the first little correction of it.
Yes.
It's not correction, it's pronunciation. Because for some people they sound like Sins.
Oh.
So I understand because in Indonesia the SH sometimes is H is not not pronounced very clearly, right? So it sounds like S alone. So you want to amplify the H. So Shrimp City, right?
Shrimp.
It's the Shrimp City. It sounds like Sin City. But number of times I heard Sin City, but German certainly it's not a Sin City. So that's a little one, but because that might color the people's
thank you.
thoughts at the beginning. But it's not harmful. It's just it might be funny a bit to them. Okay, let's look. I want to look at your research problem. How you problematize it, right? Can we go to your research problem then? Okay. What to laugh because for almost 1 year you did not register, but you have made progress in your work. You've been coming here, and then we were discussing your issue with Pan Ross and all. So I said, you have made your research proposal. Yes, it's made proposal. So you made a research proposal when you're not a registered student. Okay, you can handle this one. You can handle this internally. Because technically, you cannot make a research proposal presentation without being a student, right? So we were handling, that was what it triggered me, and we need to be more systematic this way to make sure. Because I remember about your research, I think Hanif also reminded you, right? I was also checking on it, but okay, we got to make sure this doesn't. It's good that it happens now, not later on when you want to submit your work. You cannot submit, you know. And there's a minimum to number of years, I think. How long is it? 2 years, 2.5 or something like that, right? Huh?
3 years.
3?
PhD
3 years. The minimum you got to spend. 3 years or so. Registered, right? There's a minimum there, you need to check, right?
until graduate.
Until
3 years.
So that's the maximum, right?
PhD?
PhD?
3 years.
Yeah, minimum.
Minimum 3 years, Okay. You cannot push.
Indonesia 3 years.
3 years,
Yes. Minimum 3 years.
Minimum 3 years.
Cannot faster.
Cannot be faster. But there's something called the fast track, the GOT thing. But you do want to check, so because your registration length is relevant to your graduation length as well. So it cannot be like you register for semester and suddenly disappear for one. And suddenly it's like the last semester you appear. It doesn't work that way. So just to check. So it's funny, but I'm glad that not happy. I'm glad that we discovered it now before you submit and all that, right? Because you're already at this stage. Okay, I just want to look at your research problem. So research problem essentially must highlight, right, the theoretical gap, right? So you want to show, so you say that this problem encompasses several critical issues. Not this one, go before that.
This one.
The research problem, right? Loss of traditional maritime identity, marginalization of fishing communities, ecological consequences, digital media, and globalization, and all that, right? So in your research problem, right, you want to bring in the theoretical gap into your research problem.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So when you go to the next one, then your next one, that you talk about research gap. The next slide, okay.
Which one?
Research gap. Where's your research gap? Is it? Okay. There's limited research. So this is the part that you want to put under research problem.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so research problem is you look at phenomena. The phenomena can be usually it's a social problem, but not necessarily.
Yes.
It can be a trend. It can be some social reality, and then you're showing what's the theoretical problem or what's the theoretical gaps in understanding this phenomena. So when you say here there is limited research linking culinary transformation with ecological degradation, so inequality, urban identity negotiation. So this is the one you want to place under research problem. So So that is a highlight. So the evaluators, eventually the examiners might ask, because the research problem looks like a social problem.
Yes.
Right? So what you want to do is to convey to them that no one has studied, no one has explained this phenomena, coming up with some Bible theory explaining it. So you're providing this theory or providing this explanation, a theoretical explanation to what's happening. So that is how you frame your research problem. Yeah.
Yes.
So you have the stuff here, but you want to bring it there, connect it there. Don't separate it from your research problem.
Yes.
Okay. So you have that one. Let me look at your research research questions. Research problem. Research question. Okay. All right. So. So I'm looking at research questions. I want to look into the methodology as well, right? So you have the how does serve as a medium? Replace how does with in what ways do? In what ways do empal gentong act as a medium? Okay. In what ways? It's actually the same question, but rephrasing it in a way that is not the how question, it becomes a what question.
Okay.
In what ways does empal gentong act as a medium for constructing a language?
As medium.
Act. In what ways does empal gentong act as a medium?
As medium.
Yeah. We use the word act itself, serve meaning you want it to serve something like that, right? Yeah, you want this act. So there is no assumption that is happening, right? You just want to discover the ways it's acting as a medium, right? Right. So that is the first one. Consultation. Okay. So the methodology you're using is qualitative, right? Qualitative. So you're using mainly interviews. Am I right? You're not using document and all that. I think we discussed this last time. Right, we discussed that. So. So I'm thinking from in order to not trap ourselves in the space where the examiners can attack, right? In the research question itself, we put from the stakeholders' perspective. So, number one there, you begin with from the key stakeholders' perspectives, and then you continue with the questions now. From the stakeholders' perspectives, from the key stakeholders' perspective, how about that? key, not
Key.
key stakeholders' perspectives. And then you continue with the question, in what ways does Empalgento act as a medium, right?
Yeah.
So immediately you framing it as a stakeholder's perspective.
Okay, at the beginning, yeah.
Yeah. If the examiner or evaluator want to suggest something else, let them suggest.
Okay.
Right? You do not need this, and we remove it, it's okay.
Okay.
But you do not want to frame it in a way that you opens up the door and say, have you analyzed the document analysis? Have you looked at, you don't want to do that. And then you go into the track of recollecting data, then from a 2 or 3 becomes 4.
Yeah.
Resubmission because you have to collect more data. You do not want to do that.
Okay. From the
So
central perspective.
yeah. So we designed a better plan that you can win, you can surely win.
Okay.
That the enemy finds it hard to attack, or attack only the areas we want them to attack. This is classic Sun Tzu, by the way. See, and I want to remind you all about this. In a Viva, it's defensive battle, it's a defensive war, because they have superior power, right? They have superior power because they all have the power is with them. You can decide, and you cannot contest. You can, but you have very limited power. So this is where we have an emperor fighting with a small village. Something like that, right? Or a big emperor fighting with a small kingdom, right? So you have to use the small. Sun Tzu divides his game plan into, when you're strong, your enemy is weak. When you're weak, the enemy is strong. What is your strategy? When the enemy is strong, when you're weak, when the enemy and you are about the same strength, what is your strategy? This is the strategy of defensive. When the enemy is strong, you're weaker. So what is the game plan? So you must have strong fort, right? Your fort must be strong, which is your data, right? Remember, the fort is your data. You cannot let them break the fort. And then the other thing, when you have small army, you use diversion, a lot of diversion. You let them attack the part that you want them to attack, and you are already up there with the arrow and shoot them from the top, right? Or they let them destroy things that you want them to destroy. It's okay. It's the same strategy here.
It's very smart.
Alhamdulillah, all my students graduated. Alhamdulillah, I just want to say, it's not my effort, it's the, whatever is still God, decision, but then we do our best. So we let them attack what they want to attack, right? And which means you want to produce a thick thesis, right? So they will attack something, they say it's too much, which is great. When they say it's too much, why are you having so many? Let them cut, they love to cut, let them attack. So the strategy is to exhaust the enemy. The enemy find it very exhausting to cut this, to cut that, to complain about this, complain about that. So yes, so I think it's Sun Tzu's strategy is that learn from the woman, stay still and let the men get exhausted.
Cannot be used for Mas Hanif.
The woman just stands there, the man goes, working out, exhausted like that. Okay. And then they finish the game, they finish. This is defensive game. So when you're
Exhaust, yes.
they exhaust, let them get exhausted with the things they want to fight. Give them what they want to fight. In case they want to fight, but there are examiners who want to help. I remember things like that. And there are many examiners too that want to help, including one of the colleagues that who is in your place too. Because I remember his examiner, the external examiner, was helping him.
Yeah.
But he went off course, and he actually what I wanted to do. Oh, don't say that! I said don't say that. There was another of my students like that as well. She was studying about deviants, prisoners, right, in prison. So. And then she has a question on Islam. I said, Okay, this is not a research on religion because you have Islam, then you have to ask about Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, all that, right? So omit this part. I don't because your thesis is not about religion.
Yes.
Your thesis is about deviant. But her assumption is if you have Islamic teachings, and maybe the teenager or whatever will not become deviant. Okay, then your research question must change then, But that's her intention, the underlying motive is that one. So you forget about underlying motive. What you have is your research question, answer your question, you win the game. But in the examination, she said that actually I'm interested to look at the alama. I said, oh man, don't come. and the same thing with another friend who you actually know.
Yeah.
But thank God the thought is strong enough. The whole overall strategy works. I don't know because I think he's the one who produced the thickest of all. That was basically like a 2-volume thing. Okay, coming back to this one. So
Okay.
we want to design a battle that you win. So
Yeah.
like Sun Tzu said, all battle is won before you start. All war is won before you start the first battle. So you want to design a battle that you can win. So that's the first one because I'm looking at your methodology as well.
Okay.
Right? Okay, what are the socio-economic and cultural impacts? Again, from the perspectives of the key holders, from the key stakeholders' perspectives.
Can I put on the top? So based on the objective, so we take the key stakeholder perspective. So the main research question will ask something like that. So
You could do that too. You could.
So no need to repeat every essay sentences.
You could do that too. Yeah. So what it means is in your research problem, right?
Yeah.
You also want to highlight the point about methodological vacuum, methodological gap. And that is theory, construction, theorizing based on the social actors' point of view. So it's not top-down, bottom-up, right? So that is one of your theoretical gap, which is a methodological gap in the analysis, because you did not have the theory that is constructed from the social actors themselves. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you put that in there. Then you can have the beginning. At the top somewhere there from the perspective, from the key stakeholder perspective,
Key stakeholder perspective.
key stakeholder, because you are not asking all the stakeholders, so you're only asking key stakeholders like the authority, the fishing community, and the culinary. You have a
Five spheres.
Five spheres, yes.
Government, fishermen, business owners, tourists, and also residents.
Residents, okay, all right. That's right. Okay. So if you start with that one, then you're safe because you're framing that way, right?
Only I just worry about one thing. If the examiner asking why you decided before the research done, then before we talk about the methodology, we already mentioned. So I think it's, in my humble opinion, maybe only just key stakeholder perspective. So meaning key stakeholder will be translated later in the methodological. So maybe they will ask, what is actually stakeholders key? Related with in methodology, we mentioned this.
The research questions need to have the framing of key
stakeholder
perspective.
Yes.
You do need to have that.
Yes.
In the framing at the beginning and in the research problem as well.
Yes.
You need to have that. So to highlight that this is the space of the analysis. You're not analyzing the objective reality.
Yes.
You're analyzing the subjective reality. Yeah.
Yes.
So you need to frame it that way. Without that framing, then you're fighting a big battle. Yeah. just to fight that battle alone,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, so I will put this way. This question and research objective as the, how to say, key stakeholder perspective.
Perspectives.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the
You can
beginning.
either put at the beginning of the question or the framing or the top.
Yes.
Like the first line there, right? You have research question, the first line.
Yeah.
The following research questions are based on
Yes.
key stakeholders' perspectives,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you can make that into the first line.
The first line, yeah, for the first line, yes.
And
So,
then,
yeah.
then the rest is good. So 1, 2, 3 can be answered based on that one.
Yes.
Right? The fourth one is actually because we are in the Center for Policy Research. So how can so you can talk about what number 4, what policy initiatives can be derived from this research, and then you can ask a sub question to that. Yeah.
Yep.
So the framing of the fourth question is the policy initiative. You do not want to say what can work, what policy initiatives can be derived from that, right? Can be derived. So we are not proving that the policy can work. We just say the policies can be deduced or derived from the research, right?
Policy, how about the one, socio-ecological justice?
So this one will be the sub-question to the fourth question.
Okay,
So 4.1 can be this one,
okay.
right? So how can culinary hybridity promote socio-ecological justice? That is a sub-question to the policy initiative, right? So policy initiative can be what policy they need to do, what programs they need to do, and to initiate what, basically, this is you can put this one as a sub-question to that question. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah. And more inclusive urban development. So this is very, it's a recommendation question.
The most, yeah.
Yeah, it's a recommendation question. Another word you can use is policy recommendations, right? Instead of policy initiatives. Yeah. But because we are a policy research center, so we want to have that one part of all of our research students. And it's actually a very a good way to to end the research too, to have good policy recommendations, right? So when people read this one, so what do we do? Yeah, it's just the fourth one. The other culinary hybridity, that's a good conceptualization there.
Yeah.
All right, I'll move on to the other one. They use the word qualitative phenomenological approach.
Yes.
And then you say, and then talk about your analysis being inductive. Where is it? You did say that somewhere. There, phenomenological approach. And then you have data analysis, inductive thematic analysis. So, there you are. We remove the word phenomenological. Just remove that word.
Oh,
this is a qualitative approach.
qualitative approach only.
Yeah, that's fine. And then in your data collection, participant observation, you remove that as well. You hear that? Participant observation in culinary preparation in sales. Now, your data collection.
Okay.
So can you have observation? You can, but you got to bring the observation back to the social actors, back to the key stakeholders. What's your view about this? So they say, okay, what's your view about the pollution that we see? So you get back to them to give the feedback to the observation.
Okay.
But you are not reporting your own observation. You get what I'm saying, right?
Okay.
Otherwise, it would be another methodology, which is participant observation, which is another part of another type of method.
So we take out,
Take that out, take that out.
participant observation.
You can just say in-depth interview. Okay, participant observation, there's a methodology behind it. There's a whole scheme to doing data collection. Because there's also something involved in participant observation. You know, how often, in what context you use observation and all that. So remove that one. Group discussions still alright because it's still the key stakeholders' perspective, right? So you can use it. This is all again. I'm aligning your research so that it's not just the PhD research, but it's also, inshallah, a strong, winnable PhD research. We want you to succeed during the Viva. That's the idea. Devising a game plan that you can succeed. The 20 informants selected through purposive sampling. This might not be a big thing, but sometimes it can be a big thing. Not a big thing, but a sticking point. Some examiners, and this is true for all of you, debate about the word informant or respondents or subjects or interviewees, right? You might want to have one page just to discuss why you use the word informants instead of respondents or interviewees or subjects. To me, this is not a very important discussion, but just to have that,
Okay.
So
Informant or sampling, we have to select the proper words to maintain it
consistently, So there's informant, respondents, subjects, social actors, interviewees, right?
Yeah.
So psychologists tend to like to use the word subjects, that kind of experiment on the subjects. Informants. Informants, I think anthropologists use the word informant too. I think sociologists sometimes use that word too. The respondents is whenever they have survey and all that. So interviewee is another one, right? But interviews, you got to frame it, meaning everything is interview. If you have focus group discussion, then interviews, it's not a good term to use, right? Informants is good term, respondents is good term. Sometimes people even use the participants.
Yes, participant.
In other words, right? Because participants of FGDs, so there's another term. I don't think it's a very important discussion, but just put it in so that you can justify why you use the word informants, right? The justification is not too difficult to use. You just quote somebody's work and say informants is a viable term to use here. Okay, inductive thematic analysis. So
we use the informant.
Informant is fine with me. That's viable.
Our participant.
I think informants is better.
Okay.
Informants is better,
Okay.
Participants are like FGD, they participate.
Okay.
To some extent, you can participate in many things, but you just need to just argue it out, that's all. Okay. So data analysis, inductive thematic analysis, you need to be able to defend why you use that one, right?
Yes.
Why you use inductive thematic analysis. Sometimes people say, there are people who argue about phenomenology and thematic analysis. Phenomenology is usually a smaller group, but in depth, right? Thematic analysis tends to be bigger and all that. So now we remove the word phenomenology. Just maintain qualitative approach, then you open up a broad space for you to use different tools of analysis. Right? Okay. A bit about the grammar. You have something on the key findings system. Key findings.
Yes.
Key findings discussions, key findings. Okay. So you have like this, key finding 1. This is fine, but you have something on just key findings. You have something like that, the general key findings. So when it's general, you want to say key findings.
Yes.
But if it's key finding 1, then it's singular.
Oh, okay.
Not big thing, but sometimes things like that become relevant to focus on. And discussion.
Yeah, on paper I put the result.
Results. Yeah, that's because in journals they use the word result. They use the word result. Why? Because the scientists use the word result. Right? So we follow. The journal is very much a scientific tradition. Right? So we are being framed in the scientific field. So suddenly they experiment on rats and mouse and get a result, right? we don't do experiment on people and get result from the experiment, right? We have findings, right? Temuan, right? Temuan, right? We don't have result is what? Keputusan apa ya?
Hasil.
So this is science, right? This is science paradigm going to us, and we have to follow the science paradigm. That's bad. I personally prefer the word findings, but in journals, many they ask us to use the word results.
Yes,
that's true. So, anyways, when you do experiment on things, you have results, right? You don't have results from human being. But it's okay. We follow their terms for that one. So you have discussion. If the discussion not, you should have S after the discussion.
Okay.
Because you have a more lengthy discussion there. So I think a few points on discussion there. And then let me see. You pointed out on localization.
Yes.
I think under result or something like that. You talk about localization. So this one should be discussions, right? So you have a lot of points, right? Yeah. Those things should be discussions.
Yes.
There should be not one. Where is something?
Globalization. I wrote globalization.
I know you have globalization, but you also have something like localization, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, localization.
Yeah.
Localization. This one.
Maybe that's the one, yeah. Okay.
Local tradition mixed with global influence.
Robertson, yeah.
Localization.
So, study uses several key theories to understand how food shapes identity in society. One is localization. Okay. So, if you quote this, right, they might ask during the research progress, you will need to be able to explain. And localization usually is connected to big global companies, like McDonald's coming in, they have rendang or KFC has rice.
Okay.
And that's an example of localization, right? In this case, if you use the word localization, you will need to show the connection between global and local.
Yes.
Right? If you do not have, then you will want to be able to explain that, well, this work, Robertson's work, is not too relevant here.
Okay.
Only in the context of social media.
Yeah.
In the sense that social media promotes, social media in context is TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, I think, right? They promote, the global social media tend to promote certain patterns of identity construction, and you got to play with that argument that there's a global, there's also local, right?
Yeah.
Or you can say that this is not too relevant here because the contestation is between two local traditional, two local traditions or local traditional culinary, right? Empal gentong and apa namanya? Shrimp, udang.
Yeah, correct. I have to teach myself how to pronounce shrimp.
Shrimp, yeah, I know. But I know this. I know. Like my son's name is Shahriar. So sometimes Indonesian friends go Shahriar. Betul kan? Jadi Shahriar gitu kan. Jadi itu kurang dengar itu. Not to shrimp, yeah.
Shrimp.
It's what
Shrimp.
Yeah.
How about the prawn?
Huh?
Prawn.
But it's not. Is it called prawn city or shrimp city? I don't know. Shrimp, right? Shrimp. Yeah. Kalau it's in English, kalau in English kan it's shrimp, yeah. Shrimp, yeah. But you were explaining to us that the difference in shrimp and prawn, right? There's a difference, right?
Prawn is bigger.
Bigger, okay.
Shrimp are more smaller.
Smaller.
That's how the bone. You know the bone. It's very tiny.
Oh, the one that you turn into apa namanya belacan itu.
Then belacan or become how to say? We call it the rempeyek.
Yeah. I know rempeyek.
Rebon rempeyek.
Rempeyek usually you put nuts, right?
Flour. Put some peanut or some.
Oh, peyek.
Ini pakai rebon kan?
Yeah. The small
Kecil.
very small.
Yeah, tiny.
Yeah. Oh, that is even smaller.
That's even small. Crispy.
Yeah.
That's why we call it a shrimp rather than a prawn.
Prawns. Oh, okay.
Prawn.
Yeah.
Okay. So
The
localization. So that one take out or unless
I'm not saying they should or should not, but you need to be able to.
unless we emphasize on the media, social media only.
Yeah, the local traditions mixed with global influences.
Yeah.
Without their losing uniqueness. Yeah. Well, not but usually it's one food and the other food and fusion and all that, that kind of thing. But to some extent, you can talk about that, about nasi kanda and all that. We have the old nasi kanda and the new nasi kanda.
Yeah.
You can. Those are the points I want to highlight. You are ready to make research progress report. The next thing you should do is email to Zul to request for research progress. You haven't made, right?
We met already. I think I met the progress last semester.
Oh, that one is progress report.
Progress report now.
The progress report or proposal? Or progress report, right? You have, right?
Oh, last time was proposal.
Proposal.
Yeah, already.
Proposal, but this one is
Different.
progress report. So there are two presentations you need to make to the committee, right, for PhD, right? One is a proposal, right? The other one is progress report or findings. Or preliminary findings or pilot findings or progress report, they call it, yeah. So second one is after you have made the proposal, you collect data. It doesn't have to be the complete data yet. You make the presentation. So that's the second one.
Okay.
But I forgot now. Have you made or not the second one?
Research.
Yeah.
The proposal done already.
Proposal definitely you done. I'm very sure about that, right? Because I remember the proposal. There were some critical inputs about tourism and all
Tourism
that. Yeah, something like that, right? So, but the second one, I'm not sure. Maybe you have made, maybe you have
Not yet.
But double check with Encik Zul, they have a record with them.
Okay.
Yeah, check that.
Only one thing also, I already didn't pass my Bahasa Malaysia.
Oh, excellent. When is that?
Yeah, the first semester.
First semester. Okay.
And
He do the exam very fast.
Oh yeah, together with you.
Not together, but I see he do that.
Yeah. Only one thing the time because I think I doing everything. But when the exam, they need waiting for something. So finally, time pass. Okay, I will check the.
You just check.
Okay.
You might have done it, because I remember a few things here. I'm not sure who did what and who commented to whom.
Yeah.
So then I have a lot of students as well as a long period of time. So I cannot, a long period of time, I cannot remember. And you definitely made many presentations here already. So yeah, but I remember the research proposal. I remember. So you can proceed with Cik Zul. You want to go catch IPS now, I guess.
Yes.
Now, if you're too long, then you might want to do it just online. Yeah?
Okay.
But it can, according my discussion with them yesterday, it can be solved. But you need to write an appeal letter and all that.
Yeah, I send.
Appeal letter or form or something like that.
By the way, can I send this to journal?
I will have a look at it. That's why in my I send at least those. Most likely yes, because you have.
Can I put my team name of my team from University of Mustafa?
Okay, you could. Yes.
So
Make sure you are the first.
Yes.
You are the corresponding author.
yeah,
Yes.
author.
Yes.
And also, if you also agree, we read the book. I will publish in English.
Wonderful. I will do that. I will definitely do that.
Because in Indonesia, we have to kind of make a report.
Yes,
What the
yes.
book that we publish, what the article we produce.
Yes.
So we need to kind of.
Agree with me. The only thing I'm thinking about is best for one article you do not publish all your findings.
Oh.
Because you want to make many articles. Then you can publish many articles.
Okay. So ending it, we change the ending.
So you might want to slice from the perspective of the fisherman, from the perspective of So you have different articles. So the title are different too, right? The titles are different too. So that's why from one, especially for PhD thesis, 3 articles can be easily churned out from a PhD thesis. You can have more. And if you have 5, but then your 5 groups are one of the group, you only 2 of them, right? But depending on how you frame it, you can definitely write, 3 articles from one PhD thesis is definitely very viable. Yeah, you can include other authors as well.
Yeah, but this one actually,
What is the difference in that and this one?
this is a complete report.
Of this one?
This one, this is a really complete report. I have to say, really hard to call.
The whole thing. Oh, okay. The book, and the article you can break it up.
Yes.
Yeah. The book. Okay, this is.
This one is something like narrative.
Narrative. Okay, alright.
This is really how to say
the whole
dissertation.
The whole dissertation. Okay.
If we publish a book, can this instead of article?
I'm not sure. It should be okay, but I don't know.
You mean
This
book
is
publication?
Yeah.
Yes, but the specific publisher that they will only recognize.
Oh,
Not all
it
publishers.
depends on the publisher.
Yeah.
We have we only pray to certain gods, right? First god, right? Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 gods, and now that we have Malaysian god too, the my side, which is another god, right? Right. So China should come up with their own god too, so that we can pray to Chinese god. Because we pray to the American god, we pray to the Scopus, I don't know which god it is. The Australian god we also pray, right? We also pray to the Australian god. Because I think Australian god is Era, if I'm not mistaken. But then suddenly they realized that
We should maybe later on after the dissertation.
I think it will be wise. So the narrative is more workable. This one you might want to think about
the contents.
the content slightly differently. But I love what you're doing here. This one I really like how you're doing this. It gives you. It's very empowering to see the final outcome in a tangible manner. You can touch it, feel it, read it. That's
This one also, I think, this one, in fact, some the ending and the third part, the third chapter,
yeah.
I used the original this one, but ending a little bit same as the recommendation. Actually.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
I haven't read that. Sure. I mean, you're talking from the article.
From article and also from the research.
Okay. So what happened in journal article? So journal articles, the editor or the journal do not want to have works that had been published before republished there. So they do not allow that kind of thing. Right? And in fact, he can get blacklisted by doing that. And I had one student who did that. Thank God he did not put my name in there. It's a Malaysian who did that. So he forgot that he has published online something.
Oh, okay.
It's written online, right?
Okay.
It's written online, so that's considered published. But although he did not publish as in ISDN, and all that. But the journal happened to be Kajian Malaysia, USM journal, detected it and then asked him to retract his article and put his name there that so and so has published works that has been unethical and all that. So oh man, this is like damaging on the student, and the student is a lecturer also. It's a senior student as well, so was doing peranakan. So it's like, but it's a good work. It's not that he intended it to do it that way because it's written somewhere, And this is long time ago, before there was Scopus and all this. Maybe there's Scopus, whatever, but at that time, Scopus is not God yet. Was a small deity, small deity, not God yet. But they used some in the detectors. So be careful, you want to publish something, and I love what you're doing here. I think this is excellent. This is excellent. And unfortunately, journals do not allow that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I disagree that the journals don't allow that kind of thing. Now, all you need to do is that this work has been written elsewhere. This is a revision of the work or something like that, right? It should be noted that way. But journals do not like that. Do not want that to do. They're the one.
I think because.
But if you this one, you need to prioritize this one, the articles. Okay. Because the articles is part of the requirement for graduation.
Okay.
Right. So it's important to get the article published.
Maybe the article I will not the fully at the installation, so I will revise.
I think it's wise to do that. And because you need to have 2 articles, I think. 2 articles, right?
One scholar and 2 methods.
Okay.
Right?
PhD though.
Right? PhD, 1 scopus, right?
Yeah, the one scopus
Or
out
to my side.
Oh,
Yeah.
one scopus or to.
My side.
My side.
Yeah.
My side is the Malaysian God.
Okay.
Easier to go. It's a more friendly God.
Scopus is scopus 1, 2, 3, 4 is alright.
All the way.
Alright.
There's a mountain or hill in Israel in Scopus. I don't remember that. There's an Israeli God.
But very expensive.
Expensive, yeah, but then there are Scopus in some Scopus. There's like in Kajian Malaysia, right? I think it's 500 ringgit, 400, 500 ringgit.
This is still considered cheap if scopus.
Some
3,000 US, 4,000 US.
Yes, I know some Indonesian press will be like 20 juta,
60 juta.
60 juta.
4,000 itu yang NDPI. Very expensive. So
Last week, essay, a journal is very good. The impact is about maybe 30 or 20. The impact.
Impact factor.
Yeah.
Q1.
Then, Q1, yeah. Then I think the price also very good. 3,000 US dollars.
3,000 yen.
Yeah.
Results
It's a
of-
capitalist.
Bikin 20 juta.
Gila lah, sudah.
Ya itu yang itu that's why
Crazy man, crazy.
monopolized by Springer, Carroll and Francis. A lot.
They're making money. It's a capitalist thing anymore. Yeah. Let's see. And then, if you want to read, you got to subscribe, right? You pay some money.
Yeah, yeah.
So we do all the stupid work. Research, we pay the research. You
And
want
then-
to publish, you pay.
Yes.
You want to read, you pay. They sit there and, right?
Yeah.
This is how it's capitalistic is. And we believe in this box. Right? That's what we should go. China, communism. Socialism, you should go that way because this is really damaging. I'll keep this one. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Okay.
I really like this. You want to pursue your solutions to your registration with IPS.
Yes, I will come back after, right after.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
We go for lunch ya?
Okay,
Okay, just wait for me ya. Kayak habis nasi Hamida or kayu-kayu.
What's kayu?
Kayu is the more expensive nasi kandar.
Penang kayu.
Yeah.
Kayu, nasi kandar kayu.
Yeah.
You haven't been there.
Penang kayu.
Yeah,
Last
yeah.
time we went there.
Then it's by that.
It's weather, there also okay.
Kayu is the more expensive nasi kandar.
Tissue bread.
Oh, this is
Long tissue bread. Forgot.
I forgot.
The,
A lot of students together go there.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
I think we went to a lot of places.
Maybe- I forgot this. Maybe that's it. Maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I went to many different places, especially when parties around. We will go. Yeah.
Is it okay? So I come back before 1.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'll close that.
And before 1, try to.
Okay, just hopefully you could then we will help you. You know, CPR will help you.
Thank you.
We'll see what we can. Yeah, you must get them.
Last time actually it had already settled, but why happened again?
Tell you.
Yeah, also whether there's this problem. You see, last time you asked us to submit our field.
Yes.
Then I see that the field cooperation social responsibility. This letter C missing.
What was missing?
The letter, there's a letter. Last time I see.
The corporate, missing there, yeah. Okay, so that could be our fault, it could be IPS fault, but I'll check. Thank you for letting me know.
It's okay.
Can you just send to me the crop from Sains? There could be us, it could be IPS, I don't know.
We only can select which field. We couldn't
Change, yeah. Okay, see you. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, thank you.
History for this.
Okay. See you.
Silakan, 1 o'clock ya.
You guys,
Also, there's a problem about the examiner. Last time we discussed that the new examiner is approved, right?
Yes.
Then yesterday I discussed with Mr. Zhu that IPS didn't update the examiner online. So
Okay.
do you think I can urge them to upload?
Yes, you want to,
The cities didn't send to the examiner now.
so we have sent to IPS, but IPS haven't uploaded it. Is what it is or what?
Yeah, yesterday Mr. Zhu said that he had already sent the NOS notice to IPS, but IPS didn't update the examiner online.
Alright, so what is it? So Mr. Zhou suggested that you
No,
communicate with IPS?
he didn't say that.
You asking me, yeah.
Is that okay?
You could ask. Then that's the that's responsible IPS, and we will follow up. But you could, and the students are free to push if they want to.
Okay.
It's okay. Only thing, you want to be wise in using your communication as well. Maybe if you do too much of that, they do not like, something like that, right? So. Maybe it will take some time for them to update the
Also, I think maybe they already have a lot of emails. Maybe they forgot.
If possible. You can ask Mr. Zhou when he send it. The IPS, is it? Give the IPS 1 or 2 days or something like that before you send an email to them. Right? So you can after that you communicate with IPS. It's fine. Okay. You can say that I have communicated with CPR. CPR said they have sent it to you on Friday or whatever day.
Okay.
Right. So I'd like to inquire whether the examiner's name has been updated or not, because I would like to be exempted from paying the fees for next semester. Right? That's an important point, right, Mazo?
I have already paid the thesis fee. Yeah.
For next semester.
No. I have already paid. Yeah.
Okay. So when you pay for that, you don't have to pay for the semester fee. Okay.
Yeah. So I just want to. I just waiting for a while. I think it's better to, if possible, I think November or December.
To know what,
yeah.
yes. You can communicate that with IPS, yeah. Give IPS maybe 1 or 2 days before we will send an email to them.
Okay, I will discuss with Mr. Zhu first.
Sure, you can do that, yeah.
Okay.
So, Joanne's picture with
Yeah.
Azim.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Where are we? Next is with you, Hou Ming, your presenting is this is like lines already. You can put name here, Hanif. You should put name here. What's next, is it? No, put name. There's no name.
Traditional snakes.
Yeah. Cemilan tadi. They don't put what snack is it?
But that is very good.
Yeah.
Tempe.
ACS. The brand.
Yeah. Is that the name or the brand? I don't know that.
Yeah.
Maybe this is new snack. They just recreate the packaging. Not
Yeah. So anything can go in there.
Yeah. Maybe they are still in process. I'm not sure. Maybe this is a new product, new
Maybe.
packaging.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Also maybe produced by themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
From the beginning.
Okay, what are you?
Okay. Okay, good morning everyone. My topic thesis is about social work organization based on the integrity, professionalism, win-win model. investigating the social realities of organization values of the Sunshine Social Work Service Center. The first part is about the research background. In recent years, with the development of social work organizations in China, problems such as internal management and the quality of service projects are increasingly prominent. Also, nowadays, the organization values facing a lot of challenges in China. Include two aspects. The first one is the systemic trust deficits in social work organizations. It includes two aspects. The first one is the problem of the disconnecting between values and the practice reflects the systemic trust deficit. Second one is high turnover rates, job burnouts, value conflicts, and other issues have also weakened social work's loyalty and identification with the organization. The second is external factor of the organization. The policy constraints on the trust system of social work organizations under the rule of state legalism. It also includes the three parts. The first one is the core socialist values should be reflected and practiced in the charter of organizations. Second, the social work organizations is highly dependent on government projects, service projects. That's why some social organizations rely on foreign financial support and thus engage in the behavior of obeying foreign interests, leaves the management more strict. Next is problem statement. Although there are few studies focused on the social work values, but most of them focus on the business context of Western countries. So research on the values of social work organizations, particularly in China, is very limited. Social worker in China in its early stages, without the guidance of organization values or deviating from industry norms, it's possible to lead to problems such as the low project quality, social worker turnover, and even organizational dissolution. How to meaningfully embed the organization values within social work organizations remain and so resolve the challenge. Next part is literature review. This study depends on three series. The first one is Edgar Sains culture model, and the second one is Blau's social exchange theory, and the third one is VB model. The third one, VB model, usually used in business areas. Is usually used to study the customers' value, how to impact their behavior. Okay, and depending on this model, the literature divided into three categories. The first one is how organization values impact employees' attitude. And the second one is employees' attitudes impact performance. The last one is how the organization values impact performance. From all the above theory and literatures, we formed this framework and variable design. The organization values as an independent variable include the three components. And these three components comes from the organization itself. The second, attitude as a mediating variable. The three components come from ABC model. The last one, performance, as an dependent variable include the two parts, subjective performance and objective performance. So this part, organization value, how to impact attitude as the first one hypothesis. Attitude affect performance include two parts, is hypothesis 2 and 3. And the last one is how the organization values impact performance, include the two parts as hypothesis 4 and 5. Research problems and objectives. The first one is what are employees' attitudes towards the integrity, professionalism, win-win model. The second one is how employee attitude affects their performance. The third one is what's the connection of organization values with performance. The last one is what policy implications can be derived from the study. The red part is about the objectives related to the research problems. Research methodology. This study employed deductive strategy and selected the Nusantara social worker service center as the study case. We used the sequential explanatory research. In the first stage, we used questionnaires and documents to analyze the hypothesis. The questionnaire depends on depends on these three models, and the documents include their performance, appraisal fields, and multi-dimension evaluations of social workers, also service reception satisfaction. In the second stage, we use the qualitative research and select 6 social workers as in-depth interviewees, and
remember to use your cursor.
Okay, sorry.
Second stage.
Okay. We also organize a focus group for managers are attendant. That's part of key findings. First one is from the linear rigorous results, we can see that organizational value shows a significant positive predictive effect on the attitude of social workers. The second key findings, also from the linear regression results, we can see that attitude significantly and positively predicts subjective performance, although its dimensions vary in predictive strengths, especially in cognitive parts. The third key findings is about attitude has a significant positive effect on objective performance, with the cognitive component showing even stronger predictive power than on subjective performance. We can see from the cognitive is significant than the cognitive to subjective performance. This is the figure. Yeah. The fourth key findings is about a mediating variable. After excluding the management sample, attitude demonstrates a significant mediating effect between organizational values and subjective performance. We can see from the data in the 4 staff sample, this part is included 0. That means not significant. But in the 4 social worker sample, this also includes 0. So not significant. But we see that pass A plus pass B. In the 4 staff sample, this also not include 0, but for precise sample, not include 0. So the attitude as a mediating variable shows significant predict in the full precise sample. Last one is attitude serves as a significant mediator between organizational values and objective performance. We can see from the regression path that in the path C, this also includes 0, but we can see from A plus B and not include 0. So this mediating is significant. To verify the key findings, we use the qualitative data to analyze. Take this as an example. Attitude plays a complete mediating role in the influence of organization values and objective performance. We use the social works words or sentence to explain this, to verify this hypothesis. This is the results of comparative analysis. Take the first one as an example. Organization values have a significantly positive impact on attitude. The management diluted the cognitive effect of social works on value. To these findings, we can say that Manager 2 or case 1 and the case 6 also express a lot of points on these findings. So comprehensive interpretation is that the management attaches more importance to institutionalization, where social workers pay more attention to practice support. So this there's a conflict between the management and the social workers. Also, the other 4 qualitative findings the same. This the other 2. Next part is policy implementation. From the research findings and the compare results, we think the first one is we must internalization of the values, like make a menu or carry out some training. The second one is institutional design. We must regularly collect feedback from the employees or carry out value leadership training and other activities for managers. The third one is we must focus on the institutional effective and identity levels. Just like we must supply some sufficient institutional support and so on. The last one is the performance management. Further, we must further improve and add the value practice indicators in the performance and establish a performance assessment mechanism or evaluation, training and development and so on. Next is contribution. There are 3 aspects. The first one is conceptual expansion. The first one is we point out that the difference between several organizations in the East and the West have been identified. Also, the research reveals the organization professional values have been further expanded on the basis of social worker professional values. It's different. The first one is the industry value and the second one is the organizational value. Also, it expands the intricate complexity of integrity and win-win at different levels of the organization and among stakeholders. The second one is theoretical contribution. We formed from the VB model, we formed the VP model. This is the new model in social worker area. Also, the localized expression of the theory of, sorry, I didn't change this part. We use a different point to, how to say, to discuss with this theory. It's not supported from our data. Yeah. The third one is the practice. It provides VP empirical support for the value construction of social organizations, and also it will supply some supporting for human resources management system in social work industry. The last one is in the Chinese context. When institutional resources are limited, organizational values can make up for the deficiencies of formal management system. The limitations and further research suggestion. First one, a selection of research subjects. We suggest that multi-case studies will be collecting and analyzing data from the cases to enhance the external validity of research results, and introduce a third-party investigating agency. And the third one is the limitation of research design. We suggest that adopt a longitudinal tracking design and expand the therapeutic field sample size. The fourth one is introduce multi-level analysis methods. And the last one is to expand to several organizations with different cultural backgrounds and skills. The conclusion. The organization values don't directly determine the performance level of employees in social organizations, but rather demonstrate their indirect influence through their attitudes. The hierarchical differences within an organization have significant interference with the values performance mechanism. Also, the VP model can guide the management of social organizations in the Chinese context. Thanks.
Okay.
How about time?
Chapter.
5 minutes.
The time presentation it was about 6 plus 12, 18 minutes.
Wow.
Which is still okay. Then. Longer than 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So, where do we start? Yeah. Let's see. The slide after this one. The slide after this slide.
Background.
Second one. That's this one. You have a term under 002 policy constraints, right? The core socialist values should be reflected and practiced in this charter organization. Mm-hmm. Now, the word there is socialist, yeah?
Yeah, socialist values. Co-socialist values. In Chinese, 核心价值观.
Okay, so it's not social values, it's socialist values, yeah?
Yeah, socialist values.
Yeah.
社会主义核心价值观.
It's just like a guide
About the country.
from the government,
Yeah.
like a report.
So you might want to note the word government there somewhere.
So do I need to change it to the right words?
Because the point there is also about the government, kind of like the government requirement. Right?
Yeah.
It's a government requirement, right?
Yeah.
So that's the point that you want to also convey to the examiner so that eventually the examiner doesn't think that you just put that in, something like that.
Okay.
It might be sensitive to them, not to me, but to the examiner. So they know that this is actually the core socialist values required by the government or something like that.
Okay.
Or at the end, you put as required should be reflected and practiced in the charter of organization as required by the government. Can say that. Yeah, okay, so the other, and then did you talk about sample size in your presentation here? Was it mentioned your sample size?
Simple. Yeah.
Simple. Well, I went through very quickly. I did not notice where. N24.
Yeah.
N24. Okay. So be ready if they were to ask you how big is the population, population of your study. The sample is 24. So do you have?
You mean the sample is a little small?
No, you just not to note and be able to defend. So the total number is what? 50 or 80 or something?
I forgot to tell the details here. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not necessary to put that. You put the N there, so it's fine. So because quantitative research, we might be talking about representativeness of your research, right? After all, you have the whole population here. Because how many members are there in the?
Yeah, 24. The whole. Yeah.
The whole. Meaning the whole.
Employees.
Employees.
Yeah.
Right? The whole employees. Okay.
Yeah.
So. It's in a way it's like a population study. So you know, but it's not clear here. But when they ask, you just answer that because that will be your strength.
Okay.
You know your research.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And 24 out of 24. Yeah. So it's good. Yeah. 24 out of 24. You just want to know that. I've sent it to you, Hanif.
Yeah.
Okay. Not sure. That's the one, right? You wanted.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know that one. So what happened with? Can you give a slide? I'm not controlling it. Is there? So you have all this. See, you have your quantitative findings. Show your quantitative findings again. Yeah. Okay. You have all this, right?
Yeah. I didn't explain the data.
Can you do something like this? I think you did it in your. Did you do this in your what is it called? In your draft. So you have different. Is that right? Over here you put the value 0.57. So that you have the overall picture there, right?
Not this one.
Yeah, something like that. So you have the bigger picture. It's like a big picture of your all
The framework,
yeah.
but didn't have
The values you didn't put values there.
Yeah.
This one, right?
This is the whole framework.
Yeah. So the connection between integrity and effective.
Why?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So by doing this, we can just show that. Yeah. So you have arrows or lines connecting them, right? Because
Yeah.
you have the values, right?
Yeah, before I have that, but I delete the last.
Or the letter, okay.
Yeah, I see this very simple.
Very simple. So what you can do so that in your presentation you might save more time. You just put significant, not significant, significant, not significant, if you want to simplify it.
Okay, maybe as I just put a new page after the fifth finding.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead. So,
Maybe fifth, maybe the first one. This is the first findings,
I suppose one,
or maybe before the first findings, or after the fifth findings. You know, I need to compare from with the qualitative data. Maybe after fifth findings is can connect with the qualitative data. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
here, somewhere here.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm saying is this: you have one slide. This is the qualitative and quantitative, right? This one,
Yeah.
slide, right?
Yeah. Compare.
So this one,
analyze.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying that you have one slide to show all this, but
Okay.
you do not need to show the smaller numbers.
Yeah. I know.
You just show the
Significant
So you have to
or
do the T-score and just score significant or not significant.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You can still explain this one. What? The issue now is about clarity and concise. The presentation to be clear and concise, meaning the time, you got to make sure the time is well managed. You want to convey the time, right? And the third part, which is equally important, is go to your where is it? Your contribution.
Contribution.
Yes, that is one, right? So this is where you want to expand your slide. You want to have 2 or 3 slides.
Okay.
This part, conceptual expansion and theoretical contribution, and because this is the interpretation from your findings,
Okay.
right? And to show that this is what we have found, discovered theoretically,
Okay.
right? So if you cannot cover all you need to say in that 15 minutes or so, you just keep the calculations, specific calculation after thank you.
Okay.
So if they ask, you can point to the calculation.
So can I just take one example, just like this one, just
Okay. You can take one example,
Okay. The
Take one
other
example, and then you have one to show the bigger picture,
Yeah. Okay.
all of them. So
Okay.
you have one example, good. You have one example, and then you show the big one with all the connections,
Yeah. Okay.
significant or not significant, right?
Okay.
And during the presentation, you can say, if you like, I can explain further. If you have question, I have slides to explain further. You can say that, right?
Okay.
So you have that one. You also have this one just now, but when you combine the comparative analysis, that's actually good. And then you have the contribution. Make that 2 or 3 slides.
Okay.
Right?
That's perfect. Okay.
Because that's actually an important contribution of your research.
Okay.
Right? And so the question that might also ask, that might also be asking, and then they want to see, is the connection to your contribution to the body of literature. what, and you did have the 2 or 3 theories at the top there, right?
Yeah,
So how,
there are 3, depend on 3, but I didn't mention the organization culture model here.
you didn't mention, so in your, as I said, you want to have 2 or 3 slides for the contribution, should be X, right, contribution to X. You want to reconnect with the existing theories.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So how, whether your findings have confirmed the theories or extended the theories or even challenged the theories,
Yeah.
right? Or created new theories. So those are
Okay.
right. So either you confirm it or you expand it further, or you negate a question and a critique of the theory, right? Or the other one is that there's no theory, you created a new theory, right?
Yeah, I think that's actually when I say VP model, values and attitude and performance, I search the information on the internet. They really don't have. There is some VP model in 工业
Industry.
in industry area, but there's no.
Not SWO.
Yeah.
So you can make that an important contribution.
Yes.
In a theoretical contribution and organization analysis of SWO.
Okay.
Because SWO is even more relevant because you are doing social work,
Yes.
not just producing products. You're offering services to solve some specific social problems and guided by values.
Yeah.
So the values must come in, to guide the performance, to guide the service. So be clear that you're making that argument because that's you're making the argument, you're making that assertion, right? That why values are important. Yeah. That's why I said the contributions need to be on 2 or 3 slides.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I think this is we have something solid here. After you're doing a master's level, right? Master level,
Yeah.
might not be as extended or as deep or as broad as a PhD work. So you have shown that you have carried out the research, answered research questions as master's level, and then you are already making a contribution. Right? So,
Okay.
And a big part to this is the SWO
Yes.
and the social work organization.
So the first sentence is a new one. I just put it. The first sentence, the difference between SWOs. Yeah, here.
This one, right? Yeah, this one, yeah.
This is a new part.
So this is an important contribution. You want to,
Last time you told me to tell the examiner the social organization is different from Western.
yes.
Yeah.
Highlight that point.
Yeah.
Make that point clear to the examiner.
Yeah.
Right? It seems like Malaysia going to follow something similar to that now, because social work right now is under government basically. So,
Yeah.
which can be a good thing, but I'm not sure. But
Yeah. I think maybe for Malaysia it's good.
Malaysia is good.
I think so.
Yeah, I in a way, so the Malaysian model can work because it's not a big country.
Yeah.
It's like Sweden. So if you look at Sweden believes in strong government, small but strong government. Because it's a small country, it's also like 10 million people or 15 million people. It's a smaller country than Malaysia. But so they believe it's also a monarchy. They have king, but the oldest, longest serving king in the world, I think, Swedish king. So they also, it's like a monarchy, it's a constitutional monarchy. They still have a king, small country, they believe in strong government, but they're much more socialist, right? They're high taxation. So they believe in government coming in and solve problem. Yeah, just like Malaysians, we believe in government coming in to solve problem. And when it's good, we say government is good. When the situation is bad, we say the government is bad. So it's like that. We don't have, but of course, this model will open up more space for what is it? Yeah, NGO. But SWO is not just NGO; it's that specific for social work, right?
Yeah. But just like you said, nowadays in China, if there are some problems, the people will say that this problem depends on government. Then the government says this depends on the social organization.
Yeah. But the government should give more money for social work organization, right? So, for them, I guess in some ways we need multiple solutions.
Yeah.
The Malaysia is going that way because my sister is working on that. She's a lawyer who help the parliament to write laws, drafting law. She's a constitutional lawyer kind of thing. She helped to write laws. One of the laws she's working on is this one, the social work. So I thought I was explaining, well, she's writing this law and they're doing that. But the employees are professionals. So it's professionalization of social work. So not just anyone can be employees, they must be certified social workers.
Yeah, actually last time I want to discuss with you that in China, a lot of universities now have a new PhD, they named the DSW.
DSW.
The Doctor of Social Worker.
So PhD, doctorate in social work.
Yeah.
So it's very much applied.
Yeah.
Applied. It's not research, right?
Yeah.
So like what you're doing is research, right?
Yeah. It's different.
It's different. Yes. DSW. Yeah. So it's like DBA, doctorate in business administration.
Doctor in education, doctor.
Yeah. It's much more applied. Yeah.
Yes.
So in a way, it's important to have that kind of thing. So it's not just low level, it's higher level.
Yeah.
So like my wife is teaching DBA also. So the students there get to solve a problem. They are consultants. They're consultants.
To company?
The companies. And their PhD work, a part of it, an important part of it is consulting. They have to find the companies, the problems, solve the problem, and they get paid.
Oh.
Like a consultant, right?
Yeah.
So you're a doctor solving a business problem. So whereas PhD, you're a researcher, right? They might be just coming up with a theory, right? You're not really solving a problem, right?
Yes.
Coming up with a theory, coming up with research, critiquing, right? This one is really solving a problem.
Yeah.
So it's different. So DBA and PhD is the doctorate and PhD is different. So sometimes people use the word doctor, then there's a difference between PhD and doctorate. Yeah, so we have the ESW. So ESM is very strong social work.
Yeah.
The dean the last time was social work, and then the next dean, 2 deans was social work. Then she became the director or general of higher education now as well. So, yeah. But in Malaysia, there are 2 schools of thought. They say social work should be professional, which is a new school of thought. The other school of thought say no, everyone can be a social worker. Before it was stronger, now it's shifting towards the professionalization of social work.
Actually, in China, the government defines social work, or maybe they mix the social worker and the community worker together.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So some media don't know which is social work.
Yeah. Yeah.
They call community work also social work. Maybe we get
It's the same word. Same word.
Yeah.
It is professionalization is what is it? Yeah. For sociologists, they are critique. They tend to critique professionalization because professionalization tend to what is it? Yeah, to be power related.
Yeah, sure.
Right. So no one can go into that field
Yeah.
unless you're a professional in that field, right?
When I graduated from undergraduate school, maybe 2008, at that year, when we join an organization, when we want to employ some social work, we must focus on their major. If we don't graduate from social work major, we don't hire them.
Don't hire them.
We don't hire them.
That's the professionalization approach, and that's what happened to all the profession, right?
Yeah.
The lawyers.
Yes.
If you're not, don't go through the process of being a lawyer, you cannot sign a lawyer's document or whatever, right?
Yes.
Even though you have all the knowledge, you still do not qualify as
Yes.
doctors,
Yeah, sure.
accountants, engineers, right?
Yes.
Nurses too, right?
Yeah.
So if you study the whole medicine process of it become organized medicine versus alternative medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, all the different fields. So there's a contestation between knowledge systems. So eventually, you cannot people cannot call themselves counselors if they're not certified counselors or something like that.
Nowadays Chinese government have cancelled the certification. Okay. So
Many solve the problem.
Not yet.
We can